Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Doliz and welcome back to Material Energy Cubed. It has been a while since I've recorded this. Um, I took my little break and yeah, now I'm back. And I had to actually go and look at the last video in order to see anything of what I was doing. So yeah, this will be fun to try to figure things out, but we're gonna try. I know that last time we kind of did some stuff around the base. We went adventuring a little bit. Today, I think what I want to do is work on some chemistry stuff. I'd like to get some carrots so I can start breeding the pigs I have down here. I've been breeding the cows every once in a while. I might be able to breed them again if I have enough of the wheat. I don't know if I have, what, 6 wheat. You can see in my inventory I have a little bit of nether ores. I did a little work in the nether off camera just to, I'm not going to worry about growing those, just to get a little bit prepared for this episode. And particularly we need to get some, we need to go to the nether and we need to get on top of the nether for one of the quests. Now, before we do that, I want to grab, I know I have one over here somewhere, hopper. We're going to grab a hopper and we're going to grab a chest or something. There's some chests in there. So you might remember, I kind of remember, down here, there is a, carpenter safe that for some reason is glitched out. I don't know why, but it is. I cannot break the block unless I go into creative mode or something like that. I'm not going to do that, to be honest, unless I absolutely need to. Unless for some reason there is like, unless for some reason I really need to get rid of this block. I'm not going to worry about it too much. But this block, I can't access it, but I can take the items out, or at least I should be able to. There we go. So I got the items out. That is what I wanted to do. The carpenter's hammer lets you change if you can take blocks out, and that is what I did. So I don't know why this is so funky, but that's how I'm going to put it. So yeah, the carpenter's blocks, the carpenter's safes, you can extract blocks easily using the hammer. You just hit it with the hammer and it will say, hey, you can extract this, you can extract items from this block. And so that's what I did. Let's see, there is something over here. There's like a block or something over here, isn't there? I don't know. There's something on the map, like right here, and I don't know what it is. Oh well. I know that over that way there is an area that is not plains, and things can spawn there, specifically nether things. So I'm going to stay away from over there. But we got a couple things. We got a trophy for one, so we can make sure that this knows about the trophy. Where's the ocelot? It's right there, so it knows about the trophy. That's good. And then we can see what's in here. We have some coins and some of the thermal expansion coils, so that's nice. Why am I trying to put them in the furnace? That'll help me make stuff later, but we can also honestly just throw that in there. We'll throw that stuff in there, and the coins I've been putting in here. Let's go put the trophy on the monument, and then we are going to get into a little bit of chemistry, and I think that's mostly what we're going to do this episode. We might, there's the kitty, we might go exploring this area a little bit, but probably not much, because the bigger thing I want to do is get to the carrot quest. So for this we need to make starch. Let's see how difficult it is to get starch. 10% from bread isn't the best, but 3 cellulose will give me starch. So that's gonna be the way I get it. Okay, I think that spider is outside. I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, do we have any... We don't have any cellulose kind of hanging out. So let's get... I'm trying to think of what would be a good way. Wood. Wood is a great way. Let's see if we have anything to sacrifice to the chemistry machine. Over here, there's some oak wood. That might be okay. Pumpkin would be... Pumpkin should have cellulose. Let's see. Let's just see what we get. We don't want the synthesis. We want the decomposer. It has whatever that is. Okay. I could probably make cellulose from it, but it might be easier just to come over here and grab a couple logs. I'm not gonna grab too many. I do need to honestly load back up the biosphere and try to get some more wood and some more the ME stuff. But cellulose was just like this. We can make the starch, and there we are. Now we just have to make 4 bread, which using the starch you just need to combine it with sucrose and you make bread. So I need a little bit more starch, not too much more, and then I need some sugar. I could also just make bread, but where's the fun in that? Let's get some more wood. I think 2 will be good. And we can make the... we should be able to make the stuff we need. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and then sugar. We got 1 sucrose. That's C12. Let's just make sugar. So it's C12, hydrogen 22, and then how much oxygen? 11 oxygen. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's throw a bunch of this in there. We need 2 more. Do we have enough carbon? Alright, what are we out of? Oxygen. Let's just grab all 3. Throw them all in there. Cool. And then I think it's just like this. Or is it in the... the chemical thing? Yeah, it's the synthesis machine, so we need to get rid of that. It starts in sugar. There we go. We can make 4 bread. Oh, and I just had to submit that. So, whatever. We can get 100 cookies. That's going to give us a lot of stuff. Or 1 cake. I'm going to take the cookies. Because honestly, I can decompose the cookies. They're not that good of a resource for food. We got some gold dust. That's cool. I will take that. But more importantly, we unlock the retinol, which will give us carrots. So if we look up, if I can spell it, retinol, that is, oh, that is a lot of stuff. We need hydroxide, a whole bunch of carbon, a whole bunch of hydrogen, and then we can use that to make a carrot, and we can grow more carrots. So we need 20 carbon, 29 hydrogen, and then an oxide, which is just like that. So we'll put that there. Now how much? 29 hydrogen. And then what was the last thing we needed was 20 carbon, which I don't think I have. It doesn't look like I have it, but I can decompose this. This is just pumpkin. I can grow pumpkin all day, so just do this. And there's retinol. And how many did we need? We need 10 of those, but more importantly, we can turn one into a carrot. And then I can just go grow carrots. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is the important part because now I have carrots to grow, which means I can basically get infinite carrots. I can now breed as many pigs as I want. And let's actually get... Okay, that's good enough. My hoe ran out, so we'll get a decent number of carrots, hopefully. And yeah, we'll just let those grow. So obviously the more stuff you can farm, the more stuff you can throw into the chemical decomposer, and then you get a bunch more stuff. So like the cookies, I can throw these into... I should be able to? Evidently not. Not the synthesis machine, but how about this? Yeah, so we can get a whole bunch of stuff from this. And these are like stupid good chemicals to give us a whole bunch of other stuff. Because I don't really need all that much in the way of cookies and that kind of stuff, because cookies, again, aren't that good of a food source, so why really bother with them? We need to get some other stuff. That would be a nice thing to get. Cellulose 10. I'm gonna get more wood back, so okay, I'll go ahead and throw some stuff in here. Do I have any more cellulose anywhere? Doesn't look like it, but we can throw a bunch of stuff in, and we can detect, and then we just need to make 10 of each sapling. Do I have any saplings? Because I don't need to make all of them. So I have... Alright, I have all the saplings from there. I don't see any more saplings anywhere. It's all my metals. Get some more saplings here. So we don't need to make too many more. Which is good because the saplings do take a lot of cellulose to make. So we need, what, 1 oak sapling. So at the very least we can see how it's done. So bottom corner. Take the 1 oak sapling. We need 4 spruce. One, two, three, 4. And then 6 of the birch, which is probably here. Yeah. And there we go. Detect and claim the reward. So we just got a bunch of wood, which is cool. Wood is going to be useful for torches mainly, is what I'm going to want that for. I will eventually, down below, I'll start growing trees and everything, but for the time being, I kind of don't want to farm all that much, just because it's boring to me. But let me see if there's anything else we can do quickly. We need 20 cobwebs. I know we have some cobwebs. We have 6. That's not nearly enough. And then we need to make a projector, a blueprint projector. How difficult is that? So the blueprint projector takes this projection lens, which is just a bunch of glass, and some more glass and iron. So how much glass do I have? I don't have much. We can go ahead and make that. Do we have any of the lenses? No. So let's make that, and let's get some sand. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's, yeah, I think we need 14-ish. We also need a redstone lamp, which we have. We need 2 pieces of iron, which we also have. and we need a glass pane. So I'll need a little bit more glass. So let's get 6, I think. I think that's enough. Because the projection lens was the difficult part, which is 2 of these, which is 7. So yeah, so it's like that. Alright, so once the glass is done, we can make that. Bunch of different things. I do not want to do that quest for the Nether wart. That is going to be a pain because that area is just nasty. But let's go ahead and take a look over here. We'll spend a couple minutes kind of looking around. There's a lot of sand here, and there's the hole in the middle, which I don't necessarily want to go directly down. What I will do, if I hit F7 so I can see where the darkness is, I'd like to dig down like this, make a nice staircase. I've never done it on this side. I've always gone over there, just because it was relatively low. But this way, we can get down to where all the stuff is. Ooh, resources. Get some coal. That's gonna be great. You know, Minechem is a great mod, but it takes so much resources, especially like carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are your main kind of staple elements that are in nearly everything. Potash, that's handy. I didn't mean to hit that one. But there's a lot of things you need to make most other things. However, if you get a good supply of farmable resources, you can make most of what you'll need. And I know that later, one of the quests, that is a huge thing, is you basically have to make a whole bunch of nether stars. Spoilers. You need a lot of nether stars later on. And I think we're missing most of the stuff. I think the staircase might not be all that useful. It looks like we're coming up to a room that is the hidden room underneath the sand. But, no, so if you have a lot of carbon, for example, you can make diamonds. It's incredibly inefficient, though. But you can do it. So that's the type of thing. Yep, we're at the edge. That's the type of thing that I'm going to kind of take all the resources I can from these spatial cells, and you know, honestly, if I need a lot more resources later, I can always get a copy of the cell. That is a thing I could do. I don't know that I will. It's kind of cheaty to me, but I mean, it is possible. It's feasible. It's within the game, at least. But I probably won't need to. Alright, we're at the bottom. The staircase wasn't the best, but what we can do is we can use this to kind of come in at the side of the ravine. So maybe like right here, we go in a little bit, and we might be able to hit something. Like I said, I've never come in from this side. I've always been on the other side. The ravine kind of goes east-west across this the spatial cell. So coming in like I did probably wasn't the best of choices, but also go down a little bit. Kind of use the monsters to. Yeah, so I hear spiders now. And I know that this area is kind of a pain to deal with, but we'll see if coming in like we are is any good. or if I'd be better off redigging this hole. So, we're gonna get any openings in here? We're gonna get some resources. That's okay. So, ow! I hate spiders so much. We can only slight this up a little bit. Alright, I'm trying to think of where we are. Ow. Stupid spiders. Okay, I vaguely know where we're at. But at the very least we can light up a good portion of this. A good portion of this area. I hate these dirt creepers so much. You get a good, at least a good foothold in this area. Oh no. Get away. There's so many spiders and just everything around me. But I don't really have the torches to deal with this, so let's head back. We should have the glass that I needed, and we'll take on this area more probably in the next episode, maybe. I don't know. I never know what we're gonna do in these episodes because I don't really plan this out all that much. I know one of the things I'm gonna have to do between this episode and next is there is an area in the Nether that I need to get to. And the easiest way to get there without dying horribly every single time you step out is to dig. And it's a couple thousand blocks. So I don't really want to dig on camera. So I'm going to have to do that off camera. But we got some supplies. We got a bunch of cobblestone. Let's just throw most of this in here. We got some sand, which is good. Let's grab the glass. We can throw most of the glass in there. Make 2 of these. I need to make some glass panes. I just need 1. And then it's something like this. And we make the projector. So that is what we needed for this quest. It's not a very good reward, but hey, it's a quest completed. So let's throw that in there. I have a bunch of ender pearls. Let's get some more and regrow these ender lily seeds. And it's unfortunately time for us to go to the Nether. So the quest that I want to do today, and the quest that I've been kind of waiting to do because I want to do it at the end, is the stabilization core. So there is a core at the top of the Nether, and the only way to get back down is to make another portal. So I have obsidian and flint and steel with me. And I've already dug a nice little tunnel up to the as close as we can get to the top of the Nether. But be warned, it's going to be loud. So many stupid gas, I hate it. But we need to get to the top of the Nether. There's some stuff up there that we need to look at. And there is loot there to be had, so that's also important. But I'm going to run past this Nether fortress. As you can see from the map, there is just a ton of gas. In a second, you can see all of those spiders. That is what I'm going to be avoiding when we actually have to get to the next location in the Nether. This is also where I got the Nether ores. You can see the hole I dug right there. I might as well grab the ores if I can, because, well, ores are good. But yeah, so all these spiders are what I need to avoid because they will kill me in one shot. They have like 100 and some health, and they're just stupid strong. They're flying spiders, if you wondered. But up here, I think, is the area I'm going to be able to get through the top of the Nether. Now this is a glitchy trick, so hopefully I can get it like first try. Basically what I need to do is the Ender Pearl right here, and I should get pushed up through the Nether. So awesome, I made it. I had to throw that Ender Pearl because I was stuck in the block, but I could see through it. Now we need to go to 0, I believe, which isn't just this way. So it's like 100 blocks or so. Should be fairly easy to get there. But once we do... Okay, there's a gas. What? Okay, gas shot at me, but I don't see anything. But this is the stabilization core. This is what we needed to come up and look at, grab. It's like a gas right directly underneath it, but so we have to go up a little bit. So let's go to the top of it. That should, there we go, we visited it. Now there is a Nether artifact that is 1,000 blocks away. This is something that I'm going to do mostly off camera, but I want to collect this stuff. These are nice ender cores. Ender cores are very useful stuff. And then we have a whole bunch of stuff in this chest that I'm going to grab as much as I can. Let's grab this. Let's switch back to the iron pickaxe. I'm going to be using a lot of iron until... You know what? I don't need to have sound right now. I'm going to be using a lot of iron until I can dig to the Nether location. And I'm going to use that same tunnel. I'm just going to dig at the top of the Nether. I should come across a lot of what's called this ore. Viroxerous ore, however you say it. It's poisonous to the touch, which is a pain. But I'll be able to collect a lot of it, so I'm going to have a lot of this material. So it's going to be what I use for pickaxes for the most part, for most of the rest of the map. But looks like we've got a bunch of spawn blazes, some blaze rods, some different nether rack, some nether quartz, created nether wart. Ooh, we could actually skip the next quest for the most part. Gas tiers, lava, farm stuff, and that's where I ran out of inventory. So let's get this set down, and we'll throw some of the more important stuff in here, or we'll just throw everything that we can. And then let's take the rest of the stuff so we can make forestry farms. I've never really done that, to be perfectly honest. Might be something I want to look into. But let's go ahead, pick this up. Let's eat. We're gonna make a nether portal just right here, because why not? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So nothing should spawn up here, but I'm gonna let it up just for aesthetics. And then I have my flint and steel. And let us go back to the overworld, and hopefully nothing bad happens. And we'll see where we are, and then honestly I will probably end the episode here. Oh, we're here. Okay, so this is somewhere we're not supposed to be yet. But I'm going to go ahead and take this because I don't want to walk all the way back over here. This is a later quest. There's just this thing all the way out here. And I know I'm running the wrong way, but the map didn't load here. I just wanted to see if there was anything there. But we are like, what's the button? There's the map waypoint. So it's at negative 400, 1,000. So we're a decent ways away from home base. It's just kind of this direction. Hopefully I have enough food. I hope I have enough food to get there. But I think I'm going to end the episode off right here. I'm going to make my way back, and yeah, I think we're going to work on some other stuff next episode. I will probably wait to do this last Nether artifact quest. Though I might do it here soon. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we should be able to turn this in basically as soon as we get back. The only thing I think we'll need is the soul sand, which you can craft, but it takes beryllium, which is a bit of a pain to get. Emeralds is the best way to get that, but we might be able to grab a little bit of the beryllium, or the soul sand, from the Hell spatial storage without really having to worry too much about it. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're 1,000 meters away, so it's going to take me a minute to get back. We'll find something to do in the next episode. Like I said, we'll probably finish this quest, get some stuff, and kind of go on from there. We have bees to do. We have just a lot of stuff to do. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!